Today on Liberty's Kids.
Come on, men. We have to catch whoever's hanging these posters. And if I find so much as one poster, it's jail for the lot of you.
Dearest Mother, they called it the Boston Tea Party, but believe me, this is one party I wish I had missed. The Yankees claim all this trouble is over taxes.
Why are you destroying the tea?
We're protesting unfair taxation. Parliament raised the tea tax over our objections. Maybe next time they'll listen.
Ruffians cowardly disguised as Mohawk Indians destroyed a shipment of tea.
No taxation without representation!
Redcoats! Abandon ship! Abandon ship!
Sorry, Miss Phillips, but I can't print my story from jail.
Let me go! I said let me go!
I'd love to, but Dr. Franklin told us to take care of you.
James, look out!
In a struggle, I lost Father's locket. I'm very angry. America is a strange, strange place. I can't say that I like what I've seen of it. We live in a barn, hiding from His Majesty's soldiers. Sheltered by a remarkable woman, a poet and slave named Phyllis Wheatley. James, Henri, and Moses support these radicals, but I, for one, can't wait to leave Boston.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Caesar. I won't brush so hard. Hey!
Allow me.
When is Dr. Franklin coming? Soon, I hope. Very soon. Your loyal, loving daughter, Sarah.
How many do you see, Henri?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
English, Henri, not French.
I'm counting the English.
How many are there now?
Too many. There mustn't be a soldier left in England. What should we do?
What should we do? The British are occupying Boston. I've got to get this to the Gazette right away. Come on, Henri.
It's a shame. Do you really think he's a traitor?
On the evening of 16 December, the year of our Lord 1773, cowardly bandits, disguised as Indians, attacked the Dartmouth, a ship flying the colors of His Majesty King George III. And who is responsible for inflaming the subjects of Boston to this violence? None other than the man before us, the esteemed Benjamin Franklin. His crimes are enormous. The East India Company lost hundreds of crates of tea worth many thousands of pounds. This lawlessness was encouraged by Dr. Franklin in his speeches and writings. His inflammatory paper, the Pennsylvania Gazette, continues to foment sedition, rebellion, violence, treason. You have no honor, sir. You are a scoundrel, sir. Have you nothing to say for yourself?
The heart of a fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of a wise man is in his heart.
Ah, the famous Franklin wit. Perhaps I need to remind you, a rope is the proper reward for treason.
border's closed. Hundreds of new soldiers arrived by ship this morning.
The whole city is filled with redcoats!
Would you please mind your tongue?
Where's my pencil? I have a story to write. This is headline news.
James?
Those filthy redcoats are everywhere.
That's right, James. After that long sea voyage, these lovely redcoats could use a good cleaning. This may need some soap and water.
Let me help you, Miss Phillips. Fine morning, isn't it?
'Tis you who could use the soap and water in that smart mouth of yours.
You're absolutely right. You'll have to forgive my manners. I'm an orphan. I was raised on the streets and sometimes forget my place.
Where's that grub we was promised?
I'll check on it right away, sir. Why don't you come give me a hand in the kitchen?
The kitchen? That's woman's work. Hey! The kitchen! Of course. It would be an honor to help, m'lady. What are redcoats doing in the barn?
It's called quartering. A soldier just knocks on your door anytime, day or night, and moves into your house. We have 5 more upstairs.
I can't believe King George would allow that.
It was Parliament's doing. They call it the Coercive Acts.
The Intolerable Acts would be more like it.
This is an outrage.
That's right. We have to cook for them, wash their clothes, and they don't have to pay a single shilling.
I am outraged too. This pie was too small.
You are the funny one, aren't you? How did you come to be in the colonies?
I came here with my parents.
Henri was 6 years old when he left France with his parents. They signed an agreement with the ship's captain to work for 7 years in exchange for their passage. 3 weeks into the journey, the plague hit the ship, and half the people on board died, including Henri's parents.
The captain made me his cabin boy. He said I had to pay off my family's passage. Oh, I worked all the time, cleaning his room, getting his food, his clothes, hauling buckets of coal. And if I did anything wrong, he threw me in the hold for hours.
How dare he?
I belonged to him.
You mean he made you
A slave.
Henri? That's terrible. Thank heaven you're here now. How did you do it?
Moses and I went to the dock to pick up parts of a printing press that had come over from France. We went down into the hold to get the parts. There was Henri, on the floor, behind bars.
I thought they came to hurt me.
But Moses got him out with the handle of the printing press. It was amazing.
It was just what needed to be done.
But how did you get him off the ship?
We found the crate of parts, and Moses took the parts out, hid them under straw, and put Henri in instead. We closed the crate and carried it off the ship.
Right under the captain's nose?
Right under his nose. But we had to wait another month to find other parts for the printer. I'm still not sure it was a good trade. Then I wrote to Dr. Franklin and asked to have Henri work in the print shop to pay for his room and board.
Dr. Franklin said yes, but then he did something very bad.
What?
He told me I must learn to read and write French and English.
The speaking you have, but the reading we have to work on.
See? Work on? It work!
Speaking of which, I must get back to my work or it will raise suspicion. Lieutenant Brampton was by here earlier talking about the Tea Party and telling Master Wheatley if Boston's going to cause trouble, Boston's going to pay the piper.
That only makes sense.
Whose side are you on?
I didn't know there were sides. We're all the king's subjects.
Maybe you're a subject, but I'm a citizen. I have rights.
Doesn't Phyllis have rights?
You know what your problem is, Miss Phillips? You think too much for a girl.
And you talk too much for a gentleman.
Phyllis, I need a printing press. I've got to get the word out.
James, until Moses can fix the wagon, we're stuck here. The city is swarming with soldiers who would like nothing better than to arrest us for your tea party.
Take this, James. Tom Maloney published my poems. I can use his press anytime.
Mr. Maloney! Tom Maloney? Open up! We're friends of Phyllis Wheatley!
There's no one in there.
Today's the Sabbath.
The Lord's Day.
Well, the Lord helps those who help themselves. Remember? Phyllis gave us the key. Ladies first.
At last, a sign of manners.
Redcoats! We have to work fast.
Oh no!
What? Who goes there? Where'd them kids go off to?
I've been busy doing my chores. I'm sure they're around here somewhere.
Nigel! Basil! Chauncey!